Hey man, let's talk about something that's rarely discussed, but deeply understood by women on a subconscious level. I'm not talking about money, not your car, not your looks, not even your charisma. I'm talking about something that drives her wild without you needing to say a word. It's the masculine calm, the inner stillness, that unwavering presence, that psychological solidity that tells her, without you ever flexing, that you are a man who cannot be shaken. It's not loud, it doesn't boast, it doesn't chase, it simply is. And in a world full of chaos, that calm becomes intoxicating to a woman. It makes her feel safe, aroused, and spiritually disarmed, often all at once. You've got to understand, most women are surrounded by noise. Emotional noise, social media noise, internal dialogue, external pressure. Their lives are filled with swirling emotional energy that shifts moment by moment. And then you walk in, calm, steady, present. You don't over-explain, you don't overreact, you don't seek her approval, you don't dance for attention. Your eye contact is grounded, your breath is slow. Your presence is sharp. She feels that, she senses that, and it triggers something primal in her, something ancient, something raw. It tells her this man is safe to surrender to. The masculine calm isn't about being silent, it's about being intentional with your energy. You don't speak unless you mean it. You don't move unless you must. You don't reveal unless it serves a purpose. And when you operate from that center, women don't just listen, they lean in. They crave that energy because it contrasts the anxious chaos they feel inside. You become the eye of the storm. And that calm becomes more seductive than any pickup line or flashy gesture ever could. When she tests you, and she will, you don't flinch. That's when she starts getting addicted to your calm, because most men react. Most men get defensive. Most men start explaining themselves the moment she gets emotional, but not you. You hold your ground. You let her wave crash against the shore of your stillness. You don't try to fix her emotions. You don't get pulled into her storm. You let her feel it all, and you remain rooted. That, brother, is the seduction she never knew she needed. Calmness doesn't mean passive. It doesn't mean weak. It's the opposite. It's the quiet dominance of a man who knows he has nothing to prove. It's the power of a lion lying still, knowing that every animal in the jungle still fears his presence. You don't need to puff your chest. You don't need to posture. Your calm is proof of your control, and control, true, grounded, internal control, is the most attractive energy a man can bring to a woman. The masculine calm doesn't come from pretending. It comes from discipline, from knowing who you are, from facing your demons, from not letting temporary emotions hijack your decisions. It's not something you perform, it's something you become. And the more deeply you embody it, the more effortlessly women gravitate toward you. Not because you're trying to impress them, but because your energy whispers what your words never could. I am whole, with or without you. There's a moment that happens when a woman realizes she can't emotionally manipulate you, when her usual games don't work, when her drama doesn't shake you, when her silence doesn't scare you. That's when the dynamic shifts. That's when she starts feeling attraction she can't explain, because she's not in control anymore. Your calmness makes her feel seen, but not obeyed, desired, but not chased, important, but not idolized. That balance is where obsession is born. Most men give their power away in tiny, invisible ways, over-apologizing, over-texting, over-explaining, over-pursuing. These behaviors seem harmless, but they betray one core truth: you're not centered, and women sense that. They may not say it, but they feel the imbalance. They feel when your energy is erratic, but when you are calm, when you are focused, when you're not chasing their emotional highs, you become magnetic, because that's the energy of leadership. That's the energy of trust. A calm man is not just attractive, he's rare. In a world of dopamine addiction, of impulsive reactions, of constant stimulation, calm men are unicorns. You become the one she thinks about after the day ends. You become the one she talks about to her friends. There's just something about him. That something is your lack of need, your stillness, your unspoken confidence. You're not seeking her attention, you're inviting her into your frame. And that invitation, that subtle gravitational pull, that's what drives her wild. You see, women aren't looking for perfection. They're not looking for a six-pack or six-figure bank account. if it comes with 6 levels of insecurity. What they're truly drawn to, what their biology craves, is a man whose internal state is not swayed by external chaos. A man who doesn't lose himself when she pulls away, who doesn't panic when she's emotional, who doesn't beg when things get uncertain. That kind of man, calm, composed, in command, is irresistible. A woman doesn't just want a man who's strong in the gym. She wants a man who's strong in the mind, who doesn't get rattled by emotional storms, who doesn't get baited by passive-aggressive comments, who doesn't start spiraling when she acts unpredictable. The masculine calm is what gives her space to feel fully feminine. She can cry, rant, express, and you're just there. Not cold, not reactive, just stable. And that stability is the sexiest foundation you could ever build with her. When she's acting wild, dramatic, or distant, most guys lose their frame. They either lash out or shut down. But your calmness tells her you're not there to play games, you're there because you chose to be. And if she can't match your emotional maturity, you're gone. That silent boundary, that dignified stillness, it teaches her more than any argument ever could. That's when she leans in harder. That's when she starts craving you in a way she doesn't understand. Calmness is contagious. When you're calm, you calm the room. You calm her heart rate. You calm her racing mind. And in that silence, in that peace, she finds a version of herself that only you bring out. It's not your words. It's not your gifts. It's not your compliments. It's your energy. She remembers how she feels around you. And the man who gives a woman peace is the man she dreams about long after he's gone. You don't get this calm by accident. You earn it through discipline, through meditation, through rejection, through pain, through heartbreak, through failure. You develop a quiet confidence that no one can steal. And when you walk into a room or sit next to her in silence, she senses that your value doesn't need validation. You know who you are. And that, my brother, is more attractive than anything you could ever say or wear. Let her talk. Let her test. Let her try to pull you into her storms. You don't resist. You don't chase. You don't fix. You observe. You remain. You stay rooted. Because when she finally realizes that your peace can't be bought and your attention can't be begged for, that's when her obsession with you becomes unavoidable. You're not a puzzle she can solve. You're a mirror that shows her where she needs to grow. You want to seduce her on the deepest level? Don't just touch her body. Touch her soul with your calm. Be the place she feels safe in, without needing to understand why. Be the voice that's slow, deliberate, and unbothered. Be the man who doesn't flinch when she pushes, who doesn't panic when she pulls back. That, my man, is how you become unforgettable. Not through noise, through stillness. It's not about being a robot, it's about emotional sovereignty. You feel, but you don't collapse. You care, but you don't cling. You give, but you don't beg. And the more you live from this center, the more deeply women respect you, even if they can't articulate it. Because deep down, what every woman wants is a man who doesn't need her to validate his existence. A man who adds peace, not pressure. She'll try to throw you off. It's not evil, it's instinct. She wants to feel your strength. She wants to feel your grounding, not because she's toxic, but because she wants to know she can lean on you emotionally. And the more you show her that you don't bend under pressure, the more she softens, the more feminine she becomes, because the masculine calm gives her the freedom to drop the mask and rest in her natural energy. This isn't about impressing women. This is about mastering yourself. And when you do that, women are the byproduct, not the goal. You don't wake up wondering if she likes you. You wake up wondering how to be 1% more aligned with your purpose. And that shift in energy, that detachment is what flips the entire script. Because you stop seeking and start attracting. And what you attract is no longer chaos, it's alignment. So remember this, in a loud world, your silence is power. In a desperate world, your calm is rare. In a world full of emotional instability, your stillness is seduction. Don't try to impress her. Don't try to prove yourself. Just be grounded, be steady, be deeply anchored in your masculine frame, because when she meets that version of you, brother, she doesn't just like you, she aches for you, and no other man can compete with that kind of presence.